Hi and welcome to this DCP Word tutorial. In today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to use the VLOOKUP function in Microsoft Excel. So let's go ahead and open up this spreadsheet. I've got some test data in here that we can experiment with. So we've got name of a person, we've got their email address, we've got the telephone number, and we've got a country where they're located. So this could be 5 rows of data or 5,000 rows of data. Yeah. And the idea of using VLOOKUP is that we can specifically pinpoint a particular column of data, like the name for example, and use that value to find all the rest of the values like the email, the telephone, and the country for a given person. So to do this, what we'll do is basically the name will be our target field, right? This is the one that is going to determine what data is selected. So let's go to email first, and we'll type in VLOOKUP. And in here, it's asking us what value to look up. So we want to look up the value that's entered in here. So we're going to select this cell here. So that's the value. And then we're going to click, we're going to hit the comma. And it's asking us for a table array. So it's going to ask us what data do we want to examine. So we want to examine all of this data here, all of this information. And then we're going to hit the comma again. And then it's asking me for the index number, the column index number. So we're looking at email. So it's not column A, it's column number 2. So this will be column 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're looking at column 2. So we type in number 2, and then we type in another comma, and it's asking us, do we want approximate values or do we want the actual exact match? And we want exact match. So I'm just going to double click on exact match here, and then close down the bracket here and hit enter. And right now it says NA. There's no value, it's not applicable because we haven't put a value into this entry here, this name. So we could take any name, like let's say we can even just copy them. So let's take this value here, copy and paste it in here, and automatically it will fill in the user's email address. Let's go ahead and do the telephone number. So what we'll do is do equals VLOOKUP, and we'll hit enter. And it's asking us what value do we want to use as the lookup value. So we want to use this cell here, and we'll put in a comma, and it's going to ask us for the table array. So let's select all of the values here, and then we'll put in a comma. And now it's asking us, well, it's not asking us specifically, but we want looking for the telephone number. So it's column 1, 2, 3, column 3. So we type in 3 here, and then we want a comma and then exact match again. Double click it, then close down the function and hit enter. Now we've got the phone number, right? So we take Lisa and paste her into there. We'll get the phone number, which is the correct phone number here. Let's do the country quickly. So let's do equals VLOOKUP. And then we want to select this as our target value, right? The lookup value. Let's do comma, select the table array here, then do comma, and it's column 1, 2, 3, 4, column 4. D, right, column 4, and then we want to do comma and we want exact match. Double click it and then put in the closing bracket to close the function and hit enter, and now we've got USA. So now we can select any of these values and these will automatically fill out, and it's a nice easy way for us to gather that information, right? Now obviously this isn't the most useful way to use VLOOKUP. It would be nice if there was a drop down menu here with all of the values in here, all the unique values from here. So what we could do is delete this value, delete this one. We can go to data and we can do a data validation. Let's do data validation here. And do we want to allow any value? No, we don't want to allow any value. We want to create a list, right? So we're going to create a list, and it's going to ask us for the source. So we can either type in the values here, or we can just click on this arrow and then select the values here with our mouse and then hit the enter key. And then those will be the values that will be in this drop down menu. And then we can just go ahead and click OK. So if we click on the little drop down now we can select the names from here without having to cut and paste them in. So now we can select them and it will fill in the data below. So we want James or Lisa from Liverpool. Here's all Lisa's information. We can check it. It's Lisa at Hotmail. It's Lisa at Hotmail. It ends with 5245, 5245, and they're based, or she is based in the USA, right? That's how we can use VLOOKUP. Obviously, this is a basic example, an explanation of how to use it. but I thought I'd just give you a demonstration of how to use VLOOKUP, and then we'll look at some more complex ways of using VLOOKUP to analyze and extract data from rows and columns of data. Now this could be a vast spreadsheet, it could have thousands of entries inside of it, but using the VLOOKUP we can write these functions and then we can examine the data or extract data quite quickly by using the VLOOKUP rather than having to do a find function or something different. Okay, let's go ahead and click on home. This is the best place to start. Let's click save and let's close this down. Let's close down this folder. That's how you go about using the VLOOKUP function in Microsoft Excel. Hopefully you find this tutorial very useful, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel where you can access over 600 free video tutorials. That's the end of this video tutorial, and I look forward to seeing you in the next DCP web tutorial.